Falcons have had it every single time. Falcons on the stage in Chengdu, China. MOUZ looking to make up for another semi-final falling. We start on Ancient. I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a little bit of fun. Wheels off. So let's get into it. T-side start for Falcons.
Obviously home map for the Falcons, right?
11 win streak with this roster.
Yeah, massive streak built up and a chance for MOUZ to try and break that here and now in what is a lower pressure environment. These are two teams that are both showing some strain under pressure. So we're hoping for a good game today now that that pressure's gone.
Keep it a little looser. Just walking out mid here on the Falcons. Double entry for MOUZ. Falcons take the A site as well. Tess says he had a difficult day yesterday as a desk brought up. Saw some awkward moves made. But he's found the right one here. Space taken in the A site.
Today all about the CS.
Guys,
level being played.
Are we saving in this pistol? We're saving with two armorless players.
Okay, that is crazy.
That's crazy, right?
That is
sure,
crazy.
Xertion, I get it. Brolin? Spinx? Spinx. My guy. Saving nothing. The third place decider starts rip-roaring, Harry.
But that's fine. It's two for MOUZ. One him to play good, one him to hit hard.
Yes.
And Falcon's going to come through with a clean sweep in the pistol. Yes, you could have got $50 for every kill you get, plus the 300 for the kill. Could have made some money here, but it is just the save. Roland might not even get out with this smoke grenade he wants so much.
He let them go. Okay. Just going to forget about that one. Falcons come through with a nice, clean, easy victory. And MOUZ let them walk away with it. So this is the kind of game where you're going to see these force buys, maybe see some more aggressive purchasing. So MOUZ come through in the second with something to say. I think one thing that was so exciting yesterday was how we talked about how kyxsan has not been playing on these big stages all too long, and this is the biggest yet. But he was anything but the problem for Falcons yesterday. In that final map, and Mirage popped off, had some insane multi-kills, an ace to keep them in that first half. He was doing all he could. But you should be looking to those experienced pieces of the Falcons to show up today. That being said, it's still a great time to get more experience for this very young player, 17 years of age. Nice spam for Nico. Oh, that was a chance, but 5-7 Fickle. And only Jimmy on the B site. Maybe.
They're going to go into him. Low health on Nico. Spam through, they've spotted Jimmy and they're going to run him down. So a clean finish there. They keep it with 3 alive after that initial contact taken. Other thing that's nice here is it's not like you're going to be saving anything if you're the Falcons. You have more than enough tape for teams to go over on Ancient, and it's not like that has made a damn bit of difference. Still been a very, very good map for them. Everyone kind of already knows what you like to do. You talk about the familiarity in this matchup. I think for MOUZ, it's just feeling like they want to try and gain some ground again in this head-to-head.
Yeah, making the match more interesting, getting a bit closer, taking a map, which they've done from time to time, but it's just really been Inferno. But MOUZ have managed to come through. That will be appearing in the series today. And Mirage is our decider. The Falcons don't look to fumble at the start of Ancient. Keeping it together, 3-0 lead, already looking locked in as MOUZ are on the wrong side of the map. Falcons can put that bomb down. Obviously hears them, but won't be looking to give them an AK for free. Oh, why not? Oh, you got to keep quiet for that one. Nico, easily done. Little hat trick there in middle before we get into the meat and potatoes of this CT side. The full meal from MOUZ, full buy.
Stance over here towards mid. As MOUZ try and take this space away. They go strong. 3 players out in middle, but exertion left full blind. It falls to Brolin to lock in that equalizer. kyxsan dead on the smoke push.
Everyone's been, whoa, that's 100-0. I was going to say, everyone's been doing this spam, but you rarely see it line up on long and actually get damage. And even worse, Spinx just full spams Nico through. That's a frustrating down.
Well, you know, I'm thinking of the spammers. It's usually kyxsan who's the spam man. I trust him.
Yeah.
In going for those.
It's a crazy kill for Spinx. He's going to be alone in this B-bomb site now as TeSeS looks elsewhere. Falcons keep pressure on B, providing room for TeSeS. That's the hope, but moving in is Torshi and Red. Nice shot from TeSeS. Quick cancel. Spinx does not expect the speed up. He's put down low already, TeSeS double. And you should be ready for Jimmy at A. So Falcons, red carpet rolled out, thanks to TeSeS rushing into this B-bomb site.
Curious to get your thoughts on this, but do you think there's a part of you that almost hopes you don't play too well today because then you're going to be in your head, it's a bit bittersweet, you know? That feeling of why couldn't I do this yesterday?
I think yes and I think no, because for Falcons at EWC, we remember they took down Vitality in that third place decider, and the takeaway from that when Falcons left was like, yeah, that was the best CS we've played, actually. That's the best we played as a team. And to be honest, you can make both arguments for Vitality. Yeah. There was a lot on the line. That was $1 million match for their organization. Yeah. At the same time, I'm sure they felt a bit diminished by the fact that for them, as players, it didn't really mean too much, knowing that they couldn't take the trophy when that's all they've been hunting all year. So I think I still think it's valuable, especially for these two teams and how you set it up, right? Two teams who have had trouble on stage, two teams that have lost a lot of semifinals, have not taken trophies in this season. And so it's bittersweet, but at the same time, you can still feel the benefit of taking a clean victory.
Like we say, in MOUZ's case, it's a series they've started to lose the grip on in the second half of the season.
Definitely. And there definitely is those mental aspects when you always lose to a team, right? Look at Furia v Falcons yesterday, a matchup that Furia have had their number in every time.
Well, I think, you know, this series is pretty interesting too because it is, you know, a real series defined by third maps. The veto kind of dictated to purely on the Falcons say so. Yeah. They always get Ancient, they always want it. They love this map. That's why they have such a good streak on it, you know, and you have a lot of confidence here. But then Inferno, the one map that MOUZ have kind of had in their pocket, it is the obvious weak point for the Falcons as well. So a chance to kind of try and build that up for the Falcons and have it remain as your consistent go-to in this series for MOUZ. And then I also think it's interesting because map number 3, it's Mirage, right?
Yeah,
and
MOUZ are going in a different direction.
Yeah, a bit of a different direction their series past. So trying something new with slightly lower pressure, but a chance to see how it works.
I think it's a great time for MOUZ to swap the third map up because I think Falcons would have been absolutely expecting Nuke and fine with it, of course. It's MOUZ who make that last decision to ban it, and this is the kind of game where you can test out that third map. Change your pick. See how it works for you. But they've got to earn Inferno to get there, because right now Falcons do not look like they want to drop their 11 win streak on Ancient.
Yeah, and that does give you a hell of a lot to play for here, I think.
True.
Just like keeping that streak up if you're the Falcons.
I mean, we heard Zonic the other day say when they were down 9-3, guys, we're the best CT Ancient team in the world right now. And I don't think that's up for debate. Vitality banned this map, Furia banned this map. Who else would be in that conversation? It's certainly Falcons. So 5-0 up on the T side, no less. Full control for Falcons right now. It's MOUZ with the timeout. And I'll say this, maybe you're not at peak motivation knowing there's a trophy on the line, knowing you can win this event, but I think you getting destroyed would do nothing good for your confidence.
Oh,
so MOUZ, to a degree, at 5-0 down, better lock in. Because if they get swept by Falcons today, that's just going to make you feel worse.
Yeah, about a series you already feel pretty sour on. And I don't mean the guy from Lord of the Rings. 5-0 up for the Falcons. Now it's on the back of a attack pause. Let's see what they can do. Torshi gets his AWP. You got all the bells and whistles here. Insta elbow. Last time they looked to fight for this mid control, they've been trying to tame kyxsan here.
They missed it.
Yeah, they missed it a couple of times now, which isn't great.
Good nades, and the flash is late, but Tessas can't cover. An absolute mauling in middle. Missed shot for Torshi, that's all it takes. Could have been salvageable there. kyxsan gets all 3 kills in mid after Kiyasuke's entry. Nice work from the captain, 8-1. And I mean, Torshi, Desk mentioned it, he's been missing this event.
Which really isn't what you want. You know, couldn't really come at a worse time for Torshi. You want him in fighting form for the major.
Absolutely. Especially when this is the last event before the major for MOUZ, right? They're not going to Hong Kong. This will be the last chance in officials for that stage 3 run. Falcons just making it look easy right now. 6-0, staying grouped, staying tight, winning all their entries. Slow B rounds. MOUZ kind of know what's coming. Even this round, dedicating 4 to middle, still not able to stop kyxsan.
I think as well, you know, like we all know Torshi kind of the spirit level, the spirit animal for this MOUZ squad. You've seen him get emotional. You've seen him get affected by those emotions. You go to a home major for you, and if there's any questions around your form, then you take into account how attached you are to the occasion, how it feels like a bigger deal than ever. You know, I don't know if that would set you on a spiral that you could recover from. Man, this is looking real clean right now from the Falcons.
Ooh. And how are you getting away with that? Monasty's able to cross into safety. Good cover. Him and Tessas recover that A hit very well. Jimmy on 40 health and Roland with just a pistol. They just walk it in. Tessas is low, but Plant's safe right now. No one here to punish. Roland clearing red. Hard fight. And kyxsan's got it in the bag. Easy tap. Caught off guard, but that's only a gun. It's nothing more. Falcons calling from the front, looking very dangerous right now. Changing the pace. Quick mid-rush there. Able to find another entry, and MOUZ just can't seem to get a grip on this game. And actually, the more I think about it, the more similarities I can draw between this third place decider and the one at EWC versus Vitality, right? Not just as it. Falcons with, I would argue, more to play for, you know, being a newer squad, but also keeping up this streak. But then if you think about map 2, which is Inferno, well, that's a map that we've seen be devastating for Falcons at times and lose it in very important series. And so I think, again, you look at that map and you go, Falcons have more to prove, more to play for. on a map that's let them down going into the major. They've said it themselves, they're not swapping up their pool coming into the last event of the season. And so they know this Inferno is going to be a punish pick. You called it the soft underbelly of Falcons yesterday.
Yeah, you know, I think the game like this, especially with how it's going in a 7-0 scoreline, can do a lot to help the morale in a way. All right,
okay.
Finally MOUZ looking to break through. They go about it by going heavy on this cave control. They shut down mid, they play for lane, they deny the space, and they get out with a stellar hold. They shut down that lane take. Then they have support available to help out in these mid fights, something that's been lacking. That's where Falcons have so often found their ways in to these rounds. Just TeXas now, and trust me, it's 7-0. You're going to give this 1v4 a try.
Sit up. MOUZ is trying to play it by the book, though, blocking again. Third smoke. TeXas eats that nade, tries to come through. He's just going to swing this. Not today. Torshi says no. And MOUZ with a team ace get on the board. A nice aggressive round where they come through cave, they climb heaven, and they keep the pressure on. Falcons don't get to play that first timing. So MOUZ are in the game, about time.
Doesn't look like it's going to deter Falcons from looking for these mid kills. m0NESY with the spawn, teed up with flashes and nades. He'll get 2 back in response. And so finally, you know, MOUZ have kind of been able to put a stop to these mid plays out of the Falcons, doing it last round, shutting down the m0NESY pick here and bringing him down low. Let's see if they can find the solution here. It's a heavy presence out towards mid and lane again for MOUZ, and so that A site is underprotected.
Yeah, it could be a perfect way to exploit here for the Falcons. Often will be the kind of team to break open the elbow smoke and set m0NESY up for picks, but he just can't afford to do so on such low health. NiKo trying to keep them attentive at B, smoked out. Is a bit of a problem, but the nade provides a way in, and NiKo delivers a kill. Pressure on the A side, but this is all a ruse, and I think MOUZ have read it well. Moving back to middle with 3, fighting together. Torshi confirms onto Kyosuke. m0NESY waiting, but headshot angle is going to be good. And Jimmy gets the spot. 4 on 2 now. Falcons have walked into the red room, but Torshi is still covering this position.
Oh, that's an awkward miss. And it's given them a way in.
And they know Spinx is at B. He killed NiKo.
Chance to thread the needle on this play, get away from that stack, and only have to worry about Spinx, who's spotted somewhere aggressive over here towards the lane.
This is very winnable for the Falcons.
Open route to the plant as Spinx gives up the site. You'll hear them moving in now, and so that penny drops for MOUZ. They start to bring the others around.
Nice plants as well. Look at where they're coming from. Falcons could just take back the cube side and be playing very safe for this bomb. MOUZ have a Molotov, that's something, but this is an open plant. Something's cooking. I can smell it.
Yeah, low and slow on the retake. It's not going to leave you with a lot of time here. Post plant set up. kyxsan nails the first on the AWP, and TeXas waits with a supporting flash. MOUZ, this has gone horribly.
Yeah.
Down to the 1v1. They know that TeXas still here, and there's no winning this anymore. Spinx gives it up. 8-1 as a 2v4 clawed back by TeXas, and kyxsan continues this damn near flawless game for the Falcons.
Yeah, you can just see that happening. As soon as Torshi misses the shot, Spinx's position's too far away. He doesn't want to take the 1v1. He ends up saving. MOUZ take way too long to get back into B there. Even that molly felt super early and barely limited the fight. Falcons able to trade contact well. AWP for kyxsan, flashback for TeXas, and MOUZ just get a bit lost in the sauce there. 8-1, 2v4 to boot. And MOUZ, they win 1 round. It's immediately answered by the Falcons. This is looking desperate for MOUZ. What more could they have wanted from this position? 40 seconds in a 4v2. most of the map. Falcons just find the one gap.
And you know, Hugo, you and I were talking this morning about some of the kind of mental blocks that face the Falcons, what it means to be in this squad, the idea that, you know, the whole world knows that you've spent multiple millions assembling this star-studded lineup. And the expectation is, as a result, you're going to be lifting trophies, you're going to be winning straight away, and they haven't been doing that. But a game like this one, where it's all a little looser, the pressure's a little lower, can serve as a good reminder of what you came here to do, and how you intend to do it.
And give them more confidence while they do it. As I said, that Vitality one, feeling like they were playing really well. And so, trying to bound forward off of that momentum that a match like this provides you. They went on to make another playoff run right after EWC. That is an answer from MOUZ. Deep in the half, Exertion with a big multi-kill. Puts a second round on the board. Puts himself through red smoke, and MOUZ again fight for middle. And MOUZ find these last couple of rounds on the CT side. Is there any hope left in this game?
I mean, the whole game's come down to this battle for mid.
Moose is nice, but cover swings out. Exertion saving this round. Or at least saving Jimmy.
It was a Torshi miss last time that teed up Falcons for a 2-on-4. Gonna find himself in a swing position again as he sits back in donut.
One of the smokes of all time.
Ooh. Oh, that's rough.
He's not having fun. He's really not having fun. Good flash. But Falcons just looking to end B.
Nico denied on the ramp scale, trying to do it contact and just slip on in. If he got that entry, that was an open path into B. With Brolin picking it up, it's allowed for a rotate back. Two players here. Exertion waiting nearby as well. So very quickly, you'll be able to pad out this side of the map. That's not bad. Tessez in for another. Second kill in the round, both of them openers. Oh, Modesty, that's lovely! Clean stuff from him on the rifle, and this 5v4 picked up in mid right off the top for MOUZ. Falls against him again, and it does so dominantly.
And it goes to save, but, you know, again, I think MOUZ are probably calling, we have the money, bro. This doesn't really make a difference. He wants to keep the AK, knowing this round's an impossibility. But some really sharp shots from Tessez and Monacy make another round happen for Falcons. They had to earn it. Nico falls in that B hit, giving again another advantage to MOUZ. But Falcons are pulling themselves out of man disadvantage rounds like it's nothing in this game. 2v4, 3v4, doesn't really matter right now. They're looking for a double-digit half. Clean. What can you do about that?
Yeah. Literally nothing. Monacy. Lovely little sequence on the AK. And a timeout from the Falcons. You wonder if this is just to let them sit in it.
Yeah, I think so. Rub salt in the wound. Ensure you have a 10-round T-side.
Like, you have not struggled in this half whatsoever.
Hey, give Zonic something to do. It's been getting lonely back there, Harry.
Because this has just come down to fighting for mid. It's so based on your success there. You've either won it out, which MOUZ have only done twice, a handful of times, not even a handful. Most of the time they haven't, and that's why it's either gone really right, you've won the rounds cleanly, or it's gone cataclysmically wrong.
Hey, Rush.
Jimmy, ready to receive, held onto that AK, did a lot of damage. But only gets out with one.
Go for
Exertion
it.
just going to charge this smoke.
Oh,
There's
what?
a TK in there. Tess says on Monacy. And that's going to help MOUZ out as they look to find a third. Nico shut down as he tries to clutch up. Fist bumps all round for MOUZ, but not a half. Ultimately, they're going to be leaving, feeling happy with. Provably good head-to-head for the Falcons, and right now feels like they just want it more. They're running away with Ancient 9-3 up on their home map. They've got a streak to keep intact, and they're well on the path to do so. MOUZ lagging behind, got out with just 3 measly rounds in that first half.
Arena,
Yeah,
take off silencer.
I cannot. I don't have it on.
Ahead of the game. Want to see with his signature move. But everyone knows, right click's unbound. kyxsan and Cave alone in this B bomb site. MOUZ coming in hard on the ramp. Spinx will clear this corner, good check. And that's the round. In a way.
I don't think Falcons are going to save in the pistol.
No, they're not
MOUZ.
Nice.
Jinx. Here we are.
Arguably, there's more to save. But go on. If you want it more, go get it.
Flash not even needed.
Run!
Gonna come out regardless. There's the burst to bring you in, but very little time left. You got to move quickly here if you're the Falcons.
Oh.
Nico boxed out, and Modesty silencer off. That's why. Tessa's clawing it back. No way!
No time.
Don't have the kit. Won't be able to do it, but they get all the kills.
And isn't that more, there's more aura behind that for sure. You go for it, you lose everything, but you get all the kills, you get all the glory. You also get a bit more money to allow this force buy that I want to see Falcons go for at this point. Why not throw yourselves in? And look at the buy, it's actually kind of sick. Triple FAMAS, double Deagle. Falcons able to field more in the second round as a result of those exit kills. MOUZ with a pistol though, Harry. Is there hope? Can they break the 11-win streak?
We're gonna have to find out. Proof's in the pudding here for MOUZ. You got to deal with this very well-off force buy.
Roland's been baking. Molly's land, smokes down, cave blocked off, but Falcons 3 strong in the sight. FAMAS's wreak havoc. Jimmy responds. Deagle's got to do it. Dirty for kyxsan. Follow up as well. It's just Jimmy who needs the ace clutch in this round, and Nico says not today. Force buy lands for the Falcons.
Everyone pulls their weight. Team Ace on the force.
Woo!
And they ain't breaking that streak.
Those FAMAS's make it look easy. Nice shots. And MOUZ left to nothing. 1 AK, all they've got. Jimmy hands it over. 4 kills in the round for Jimpat, not enough.
And his reward for that is dropping an AK to exertion.
You earned it.
Thankless job being Jimmy P.
Double up in the sight.
Blocked by the early util, and what with only this hero gun to work with, they'll show it respect.
Yeah, you want to give room for the AK to find a kill. You don't want to just be charging in with pistols. You don't have any flashes, any mollies. Give exertion some time. Falcons want to initiate, though. Smoke on the cave, exertion's ramp. How many?
Oh, a shadow scene on kyxsan. That's an opening.
Nice
Exertion dead after the double, but that's enough to get MOUZ in. And they're going to pick up these guns. They arm themselves now for a post plant. kyxsan. Spam won't connect, but the molly is going to force Torshi out into the open. Not quite into the spam. kyxsan and Nico left up in this 2-on-3, and they're going to make quick work over the first 2. Jimmy, nearly the ace in the last, can't get anything done in this 1v2, and there's the cleanup. Even though MOUZ come through with the entries, Exertion provides exactly what he's supposed to, goes above and beyond to bring them into the round. Spinx with a good trade to try and make it happen. Doesn't matter, the post plant gets melted.
Yeah, I couldn't find guns, really. It was just Exertion's AK. Spinx was eating in the smoke, perhaps, but he doesn't take the FAMAS out. He pulls back. I would like to see Spinx go through that smoke. We know how passive a player he can be, but it was the position MOUZ needed to hold on to that post plant. Some long control, somewhere, not just stuck in the bomb site. But he falls back with a Deagle, or with a Tech 9 rather, finds nothing past that entry. And 11-4, it's an absolute beating from the Falcons. MOUZ with nothing to say in this map. A 12-win streak, looking likely. As Falcons look to finish the job here, it's another force buy for MOUZ. They are in the hole. Better keep digging, I guess.
At this point, you're so deep, it's the only option you have left.
And eventually, I'll get to the other side.
Back to B again.
It's a missed door smoke, I guess, for Falcons. Just playing 3B every round here. They've had no threat in middle. MOUZ haven't gone for mid control, not come out of heaven.
I mean, it's hard to go about going, getting that mid control
when you don't have rifles.
When you don't have rifles, when you don't have proper util.
Sure.
And so knowing they're strapped for cash and their options are limited, Falcons just play a 3-2 split between B and A.
Whoa.
Still, exertion, double entry again over towards this B site. Last time it wasn't enough. This time it feels like just the ticket.
It has to be. Odyssey and Nico do it for China.
Okay, that's a really high damage nade.
Come on. You know you want to try, but not today. MOUZ will find a fifth. Double entry for exertion. And it is all worth it now for MOUZ. They're able to convert on his kills. I'm just interested to know, with how one-sided this game is and what we're getting out of Falcons, how does that affect Inferno? Is it going to follow in the trajectory that it usually does, with MOUZ finding a pretty dominant win on that second map? Or will we see Falcons do like they did at EPL and take it 2-0 and manage to win Inferno? That was a hard game, but...
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talk about how this, with these teams' tendency of making these playoff runs, this is a matchup you could very much have in the future, and I don't think you want to feel like you've given Falcons any type of leg up on Inferno in this specific matchup. What's happening in mid?
All blind. No way, no way.
Tessez.
Okay.
Nails him.
How?
Brolin and Spinx can't do anything to stop the scale.
And bomb's loose.
Nice little silly round to try and find 12 for the Falcons.
They completely concede bomb. They're looking for where Spinx and Brolin started.
Yeah, they
fight ramp together.
Taking the space on B. You kind of acknowledge this is the most likely spot for MOUZ to be in with how they were set up at the top of the round. It looked like a mid-take with that lane control, and Falcons are right in that. They've read it well. They've got Brolin in a box here, and that dink comes through. Now, they are all pretty low, but Brolin's also not looking too healthy. And they're ready to triple swing him when he goes for this bomb in mid. There's the spot out through Donut. We'll put down the first. Dead as he plays it forward. Falcons keep it dynamic, mobile in that 3-on-2. And just continue to bring the fight to MOUZ, a dejected MOUZ here on this opening map.
Yeah, I can't believe they get out of this mid-fight and they actually win it. Tessa's pushing the molly on Cave is what makes that round happen for Falcons. After Kyosuke, full blind, just facing off against Exertion and Torshi. 12-5, just clean half. I mean, MOUZ have not had a full rifle round in this T side. They're bought every round. Not really had a choice. 3 AKs. Nico jiggling. And Monacy not far away.
Well, Nico rarely gets to see action on this A-bomb site. But this round, he'll get a bunch of it. And a chance for him to have a mowdown. He's got a FAMAS as his, well, not quite weapon of choice, but it's the weapon he's got. Gonna have support from Monacy as well.
They missed the smoke. Just smoked elbow. MOUZ just smoked themselves off.
Well, it won't come to matter because I tell you what, this one's over. Monacy mows him down as they try to come in. And so, streak maintained, clean finish from the Falcons. You don't even break a sweat on Ancient. Home map for a reason and runaway success to open up this third place decider.
Absolute beating for the Falcons. We'll have to see if MOUZ can lock in for Inferno. It's been Falcons' weak point. Will it even matter?
Opening map out of MOUZ, and that was kind of the big takeaway. They need to come into this looking like a whole different team on Inferno if they want to stop Falcons' surge to third.
Yeah, I think to a degree, MOUZ absolutely need to wake up, because even if this one isn't for the glory that they hoped they were playing for, now it's to save face. They've been embarrassed 13-5 on Ancient, and we go to Falcons' provably worst map. So this needs to be a MOUZ lock-in. Well, Falcons will have something to celebrate going into the last couple of events of the season. MOUZ will have to wait until that major to make up for it. In a matchup we've had many times, all with the same result. The only question is, can MOUZ take Inferno into this stack 4 strong?
Yeah, it's an even fight, and those are the ones you want to try and avoid.
Oh,
but they go right into this stack. There's Monacy emerging as the 4th piece. A nasty surprise at the center of it all.
hello.
He loves surprises. 2 kills quickly, flips the script of the pistol. And now it's all eyes on Nico. 1v2 to find. Doesn't know where Jimmy is. The only player he's got info on is Torshi.
Oh.
Now he knows where Jimmy is. And lovely shots from Torshi.
Yeah, it's crazy that he's able to connect both those headshots. Falcons peek him almost together, but just enough time for Torshi to flick back and forth. It's a nice pocket strat for MOUZ. Would have been a lot cleaner if not for a full A stack waiting for an apps play. But even then, MOUZ still win it out. So, Falcons force by 4B. Come on. No. Tessus has good utility here to stall out. Perhaps forcing MOUZ into this B bomb site. That's the hope. Falcons waiting patiently. Will they block? kyxsan avoids the second nade. And re-smokes on the B site. Oh, MOUZ would have gone there.
One of the things Falcons love to do here on Inferno is leave kyxsan on his lonesome at this B site with a bunch of util. And if MOUZ are reading this situation as that, they're going to play right into this stack.
Watch out. Commit through the smoke. Rolling up and over. But first kill makes all the difference. kyxsan not able to trade this kill. Roland just tucks out right there. He needs this frag. That is an ugly hold for Falcons. Yes, lesser weaponry, but more manpower. And nothing to show for it. Tessus exits with a deagle. As MOUZ look to start this map far stronger. Style. I take it back. Clean round for Torshi. Nade stack here for Falcons. Monacy CZ, he's been watching kyxsan demos.
Yeah, it didn't help him yesterday, but maybe it will now. Nades down mid. They don't do any damage. The banana ones look a damn sight better. Still don't think it's enough to help you out all too much in this round. I'm honestly thinking, damn, they really were onto something.
It's so back.
Oh, bomb crossing in at the back of the pack makes you a little nervous, but Falcons have missed this timing.
It's so over.
Nice of Monacy there to save Tessa's a gun for the next round. It's MOUZ off to a 3-0.
Good, that's a really good one. Oh. No gun saved. By your own. Tess says, I see you at 54.50. Would you? I think he should. It's a conversation yesterday about how... Oh, he doesn't.
But you were saying?
Yeah, about how, you know, we see other teams like Spirit, the way they use Donk and the way they always have him in AK, the way that Furia always get Molodoy's AWP, and we don't really see that output from Falcons onto Modesty. We don't see him with as many AWPs as maybe he could have if other team players on the team takes the sacrifice, and that's perhaps due to the amount of firepower and amount of self-sufficient players there are. Modesty tries to force it down middle with the M4. Nico trading on long side. There is an AWP for Torshi. Repeak is dangerous. Nico, advantage, falls back. Full rotate.
Hell of a gamble, but it might pay off for him. MOUZ aren't moving a muscle, hoping they get re-aggression. And with 4 players here for Falcons, they very likely will. Don't want to hold the 4-man setup forever. Eventually, you have to get curious and try and put some of these resources to work. So here's the aggression MOUZ were waiting for.
Play your corners.
Missed shot for Torshi. Sentence, you feel like you're really starting to say all too much.
Save.
I don't think they want to let him save. They're going to come looking for that AWP. There's the hunt. kyxsan didn't get the AWP in time.
Too far.
And so Falcons get on the board. Convincing shutdown. Good read. Good call for kyxsan. And on the verge of having themselves reset here at MOUZ.
I think I want kyxsan to be playing MP9s and dropping AWPs. I actually think I want that. I think it's worthwhile. Yes, he can frag with the rifle, definitely can. We saw even yesterday he bought a Hero M4 in a round where he was bottom of the server. And yeah, he played to set up kyxsan to drop it over to him, but still, I want to see more Monacy AWPs, Harry.
Look,
ouch.
Your elevator pitch back at EPL didn't work. Make one thing clear, kyxsan don't care what you want.
That's true.
Nades over towards Banana. Exertion dealt with by the hands of this util. And they're going to re-aggress on the back of this opening kill. They try and take Banana away. Into Brolin they go, feeding him one. Keeping the advantage of 4-on-3. kyxsan does not let them in through Banana.
Nice hold for the young man, but MOUZ have some time to mid-round now. 3v4. Torshi trying to find a gap on this smoke, a timing on a player crossing, but Nico makes it over and boosts up kyxsan into B. Nico looking for a boost of their own making, might find it. Blocked again. And nowhere to go here for MOUZ. Just got to recommit to B. 30 seconds on the clock. This one's going to come very late. So smoke, flash, nade, whatever you've got, throw it in. 20 seconds.
kyxsan very tall over this smoke. And with Jimmy dead, kyxsan's reign of terror continues into
Nice.
Nico for a clean finish, getting out with 4 alive and breaking MOUZ's money.
Clean here for Falcons, no mistakes in the late round. The re-aggression's really nice. And MOUZ are kind of just forced like a funnel into B. Nico happy to be back. A quad on the B bomb site. Position he gave over to Kyosuke. Eagle P250. Should be Falcons drawing this up.
Jaunt out into top mid on the Deegs, letting Brolin lead the way. Really seems sure that someone's in this corner, and they're right. Nico provides cover though, and m0NESY springs the trap, working in tandem with Nico over at long. It's a clean finish again, looking to get out with 4 alive. Okay, one back for Jimmy on the Glock. How much further can he really take this?
Oof, that
Second
was
dink down range.
that was too far.
Comfortably close.
It's way too much.
But it's all well and good. 3-all now. As the streak is in for the Falcons. Can they find pole position?
They are so back. MOUZ full rifle round though. Need to hit hard. This is gonna really kind of decide the momentum of this first half, and MOUZ need a strong T-side start on a map that they've consistently taken over the Falcons.
Deep banana smoke lobbed in by Nico off of the spawn, so maybe a bit of posturing, a bit of fighting over towards banana. Do we have that double molly in for MOUZ? No, they play ahead of this util. They're gonna get away with a kill. Kyosuke fed to him. And kyxsan left on his own, has no choice but to block.
m0NESY's orb, we've been waiting. Will it deliver? Not yet. Just has to miss that timing. Do they realize? Oh no, no idea. Jimmy was here all along. They've walked down past him. m0NESY holds the banana exits. And that's a great shot for Spinx, going low, below the scope. Nico can still cut this bomb off.
Here's them both. Knows they're here on a platter. Last man,
Lovely.
Nico. Well handled. And where everyone else got fed to Jimmy on that lurk, Nico slipped the net, and he's the one that gets away. He's the one that makes them pay. Lead taken for the Falcons, Nico hitting hard.
Very scary round with everyone getting caught out, but they never knew about Nico. Deeper down second. And clinical. 2 kills, bomb drop, perfect nade. Nothing Jimmy can do about that. Nico with a huge round to keep Falcons in the lead and break MOUZ's money again. And m0NESY wants to get involved, but yeah, doubting it now. He's able to escape. Not even a hero AK here for MOUZ, so it's going to be a difficult round to convert. 3B though, very dedicated are the Falcons.
I think the thing you don't want to do is to remind Falcons that they play well when they're having fun.
Yeah.
You know, like Nico's smiling away. This is a guy who's competed for years, been at the top level the entire time. And, you know, there's been no denying it. Falcons have had a kind of aura of stress at times, knowing that they're not getting the results you expect from the names in this team. But if MOUZ have come into this a little slow today, because it doesn't feel like there's a lot for them to play for, you know, you can't unplay this game. You can't put the genie back in the bottle if... Oh, Nico again plays his timing, plays it well, backstab for a double.
Really nice.
And he knows about the third player too. They're just going to hound down Jimmy. kyxsan gives up the B site. They knew what was coming. And it's a very convincing shutdown. kyxsan with 3, Nico with his double.
Hey, we're seeing kyxsan get more comfortable, right? Been called into some aggressive rounds in this game, but also plenty of rounds where he's just anchoring the B bomb site with kyxsan. Able to deal with that split pretty well. Nico, it looks like it's bound to go wrong as 2 players are past him and one's late, but he uses that audio perfectly. Cuts down Spinx, finds 2 more on Arch side. Seeing some really composed rounds out of the Falcons right now, 5 in a row. MOUZ convert their pistol. They've had nothing since the guns have come out. Here is another full buy. Full buy where they could have had the AWP and choose not to. Even Monacy is disinterested with it. M4 in his hands. And a fight down Banana. kyxsan getting involved. Ooh, careful. They are right there. Ready to pounce. MOUZ. Molly comes in and depart do the Falcons. kyxsan teeing up a flash.
Oh, exertion blinded. Brolin anti has his back. So that little move for kyxsan and kyxsan doesn't pan out. It's given the advantage away.
Getting played with right now. Nico might just peek middle. He hears the rush. He can't do anything about it. Smoke in the face. Gonna look to backstab on timing.
Not
3
again.
players. Nico through the smoke, but just too late. He whiffs it completely. Awkward.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. That
Nade
is
could be
a
good.
lot of damage. Big nade comes down. Tesses plays it forward. It is scrappy. It's in your face, and it's working flawlessly for the Falcons. Low HP Torchi, last man standing. Knows about the last player. kyxsan, 1 bullet ends this though. And a 3v5 picked up from the Falcons. They are just brawling.
Yes.
You know, there's not a great deal of intricate overthinking, any madness. No, they're just taking fights wherever they can and they're winning them. Which in essence was what was supposed to be so scary about this Falcons team.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't know how they recover that round when Nico misses the timing by a moment. But MOUZ with no health to talk about. And Falcons brewing with confidence, 6-3 up. Taking back Banana once more with another triple B setup. Very threatening indeed. And MOUZ just look to go for something on the A side. Roland flashing them out of apartments, trying to fight for middle. It is conceded. Tass is in the pit. But MOUZ take the space and they slow. Back to Banana as Falcons rotate a 4th player over. It's now looking like a fairly open bomb site. Sooner MOUZ go, the better. I like this idea. It's a really good default for MOUZ. They're really making it look like A. kyxsan's Molotov is super well timed. He's even got 1 more smoke. He needs to buy time here as MOUZ are ready to rush this site. Oof.
Good catch for Jimmy. That's going to sell it even further.
Gotta go.
kyxsan needs a multi-kill. His whole team far and away from him here. And so if he doesn't put up numbers, MOUZ don't give you a reason to go for this. Might be thinking about saving. Oh, there's the kill on Brolin. Spam connects. kyxsan remains elusive.
They know he's here.
They've used these smokes so well. And again, kyxsan plays it forward. That's given time for all of the Falcons to rotate over. Break on the smoke. kyxsan, they still don't even know about him. Good catch, Spinx. Dead on that swing, and there's just peaks on peaks coming out of the Falcons. It's only Jimmy left.
No time.
Round robbed. And death after time, brutal.
Wow.
I'm actually,
yeah.
dude, I don't know.
I love what we're getting, but
I think MOUZ are giving Falcons a very rare opportunity in this game, right? This is out of all the teams there, they're super scrutinized because of the money, because of how much went into building this roster and the results that you expect. You got Zonic, the most titled coach, in behind them. You have Nico, the king without a crown, the man who can never do it at majors, but has always been at the top level. m0NESY, Star AWP, supposed to be the best AWPer, or at least up there in the conversation with ZywOo. And then kyxsan, the most hyped signing. People who missed the boat on Donk, meant to be the next Donk, right? This is a team that, because so much money, so much resources went into building it, you always expect results. And that's a tremendous amount of pressure to carry around event to event. It's very, very rare they get a chance like this. Just kind of let their head out a bit, have some fun with it, play chaotic. And sure, not every game is going to get to feel like this for the Falcons, but this is a real rare opportunity.
They're thriving in it.
And they are.
And on the flip side, MOUZ, I mean, they're just getting annoying rounds dealt to them. They haven't won a rifle round in this whole map. If I'm tortured, I'm pissed off. XerXion let me down. You heard kyxsan was in front of the Molotov.
Yeah.
You knew he was in the smoke. He's able to jump back up and deny 2 bomb plants in 1 round. That should not be happening. MOUZ, the wheels are falling off. Maybe a looser rush could be their way in. 3v3 found. Tessus keeps it even, but kyxsan is on low health and on notice in this B-bomb
They also
site.
don't have the bomb, which you hope, you know, doesn't come back to haunt you in some horrible way.
Everyone's rotated though, because Falcons don't know that. So they are all here.
You'll piece it together soon enough though, right? At this point, you're already thinking, why is there no plant?
Well, you're worrying they're rotating.
They only have 1 smoke, so they're only able to block CT, meaning Coffin is still open, and that's where 2 players are for the Falcons. They can challenge on the back of a m0NESY flash.
High flashing come in. kyxsan playing late, avoids the nade, and m0NESY, ooh, careful on the spam, does more damage. Here's that flash. In come Falcons. They've been thriving in chaos in this CT side. Can they keep it coming? No. MOUZ look to win their first rifle round all game in number 11. Nothing m0NESY can do here. Hoping for a mistake. Will he try and force one? Or is it just a walk away for Ilya the Kid? XerXion ends it. And MOUZ find that 4th round off the back of XerXion and Jimmy on entry. But man. There it is. First time out for Falcons. Just trying to finish this half as clean as they can. An 8-4 potentially on their CT side, on their problem map.
Yeah, they don't get this chance a lot to win out a half convincingly on Inferno. Stop the 7-round streak, sure, but you're left feeling like it won't even really matter if you don't find success in this final one. 5-7, you can hope to recover that. If that's just a blip on the radar, and then Falcons get back to their winning ways, they might just run away with this series, including on the problematic Inferno.
kyxsan has looked a lot better on this B-bomb site in this game alone.
You know, this could very well end up being one of those games where you don't feel the impact of it until far later on. Because if you're the Falcons here, you're leaving this one going, let's try and bring this energy more to the games we play.
Ooh, could be good nades here, but MOUZ just pull back. They've eaten a lot of HE damage. If Falcons retake this space with that flashbang, they've cleared it completely. This timing is so good for Falcons, it allows 2 rotations. kyxsan holds a smoke. Falcons play 4A. MOUZ are coming in hot.
Oh, m0NESY went unchecked. That gets him out with a double. Nico on a push of this smoke, just barrels through. Oh, and he's looked so good in this game. This is a vintage Nico performance, it's felt like, with all the weird timings he's found, all the gaps. The way he's put himself just in the make or break positions every single time. And that 8-4 half looking as good as done. Bomb under Falcons control, and Jimmy, they're not going to make life easy for him here. He's still paranoid about players lurking in through mid. Paranoid as to where these rotates are. The only guy you know the whereabouts of is Nico. Well, he's got the whole team in behind him. Ooh. And there's the instant trade. 8-4 runaway half from the Falcons.
Falcons making a statement here in this third place decider. 8-4 CT side on Inferno. It's been a problem map for them. But here against MOUZ, a diminished, a deflated, and maybe a defeated MOUZ. Falcons are having a field day.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a great game to watch someone like Nico really excel. I mean, so many good moments to kind of take you back to the good times for him in that first half.
To him on that rotation position, able to find impact on both sides of the map. See some good gambles called.
Kyosuke was also super solid over towards B.
Yeah. MOUZ win 1 rifle round in the half. Is pistol where they can rely? Let Nico go. There is a flash ready. Go forces it, but that's a good shot from Torshi. The Julies come running in. Too many targets here for the Falcons. kyxsan would need an ace clutch, and not today. Exertions, Julies rip heads off, and MOUZ find another pistol in this game.
Yeah, to say it was a requirement feels like an understatement.
3 out of 4 for MOUZ at least.
Is it going to leave you feeling that much better, though, if this ends up still being a dominant 2-0? You can't have all your success on pistol rounds, but it's meant to be a huge nudge in the right direction. As you say, they've won all but one of them in this series, and it still hasn't done a lot to further the cause. kyxsan Deagle round. Suddenly everyone on your team gets real polite when you're the only guy with a deagle. You go first, but they actually go ahead of him. And looking to keep this one squeaky clean are MOUZ. They came into it with mostly rifles, so happy that you don't give anything away. Falcons with the bye now. We saw MOUZ electing to do a lot of rifling in that first half. So he doesn't mind that AWP's not making an appearance anytime soon.
Gotta avoid those early nades. If you remember that Furia game from yesterday, Falcons just couldn't dodge the HEs early or late. They were eating them. So it's a very late banana take. What do we have here? Double bulk. Jimmy can fall off and they won't check Brolin. 4 strong on A. Thinking Falcons are going for a quicker round. Looks to be a late banana take here from Nico. Doesn't see a thing yet. Nico worked out that it's a one-man hold. This util is just getting thrown bit after bit. Jimmy able to win his fight to Tessas in apartments, and with that block, Nico's going to call his team back. Let's go for this A hit, or B hit rather. kyxsan trying to kick up dust on Boiler. Torshi's also rotated in. Exertion full nades. They've got plenty to hold this site. 30 seconds, bomb back. But now you've got nothing to show for this round, Falcons.
MOUZ, they start to leave.
It's fine, Brolin's in the side.
Jimmy, get after one, and don't have the time or resources to go for this. Falcons just gonna get out with this AK on MOUZ and Nico. Shut down when they try and link back up with kyxsan on that lurk.
Yeah, it's very awkward when you leave B like that and then kyxsan dies. I mean, he has to get the entry. He can wait for his team, but if he swings out, gets the kill, that opens up the round massively. But then he dies. You've already left B that's been blocked. You've lost your A rifler. You're stuck in limbo. Falcons have to save in the middle of the round. So MOUZ with an opportunity here, starting to collect gun rounds in this game after all. Bit of a shambolic Ancient and a really cold Inferno here. But in the second half, they find some salvation. They can't stop now, though. Falcons money on the line. 2 AKs. 2 Deagles. And maybe some pace behind this.
Yeah, either that or you just let the rifles try and work, maybe employ some gimmicks.
It's in the mid-rush.
Yeah. Oh, all right. kyxsan.
He's making it look like a classic Falcons mid-rush.
When in reality, they're hoping to come through a banana. Flash, good, exertion.
Oh!
He still gets out with 2.
Ouch.
Couldn't see a thing. Might not matter if Nico has his way. Carving apart, that smoke dropped in. Well, now they know there's the 3rd player here. And they're able to slow it down, take the pace out of the round now. You're armed, you're a lot more dangerous, and you found this 3-on-3.
As tempting as rushing smoke is to a 2v1 right there for Falcons, I mean, they're in a great position here. They can slow down the round, try and get the right read. Torshi anchors pit, 2B. Falcons, this would be very early to recommit, but they've got the kill. Nice shot for kyxsan. Follow up as well. Him and Nico, the MVPs of this map right now and of this round. 2 kills each. Torshi too far away.
I mean, that's been the story throughout this entire map. You're dead on it. It has just been these multi-kill rounds from that duo. Nico, kyxsan, firing on all cylinders. Two riflers who can step up and take control of games, but rarely get to see it happen like this. Torshi left holding onto the M4. The end of a sour round for MOUZ. It's a cobbled together force that breaks through on the back of the kyxsan fake.
Yeah, MOUZ had the right read there, the slow down, and then the recommit into B, but Jimmy just swings out CT. It feels like quite an oversight. Not a Jimmy move. Gives kyxsan the entry and he doubles up. And right as I said, that was MOUZ's opportunity to find some more salvation, to break Falcons' money, draw this game, take the lead even. Falcons win it out with just 2 rifles. So it feels like a massive overstep from Jimpat there that will have consequence in this game.
And I mean, this really has felt like a bit of a vintage Nico Inferno, even there with the entries up through Banana.
Yeah.
That's what he used to be so good at before this became a troublesome map.
Nice kill.
Okay, dead first. Torshi Orb leaves an impression from the get-go. Nico trying to go back to what he does best, but blocked at Banana.
It's only Torshi's 3rd orb kill in the series.
No. Seriously?
Got 2 last map.
Well, he's already matched that. Goes on to excel. 3 found from the Torshi orb.
Okay.
Why not make it all of them? Torshi slams the orb down in mid. And all right, m0NESY's been neglecting to bring his out to the party. Might feel like he has to now as a new challenger arises. Torshi, chart-topping performance. He's just moved up into the lead with that 4K there.
About time. Said he's been having a rough tournament. Certainly had a rough first map, or not. But outperforms his entire series in just 1 round on the AWP. Backbreaker as well for the Falcons. No money to speak of.
Yeah, a huge round to pick up. If you lose that, MOUZ, it's over, really. Like, their money would be broken this late in the game. That's the worst place to be. Torshi's just giving you a lifeline. Getting it so clean as well matters. Oh, not another multi-kill from Torshi. Surely not. They're trying to pressure him with the pistols out here in middle. Bomb left behind. So not anticipating success here. Torshi continues to be an issue. Nico is tagged up right at the start of the round to smoke spam. It might just end where it began, out towards Banana.
Marathon, not a sprint. And MOUZ, a second wind in this CT side. Granted by Torshi's AWP. And some clean rounds in here for MOUZ as well, so their money gets to stabilize. I mean, MOUZ haven't lost more than 2 players in a winning round on this half. And the last 2 have been flawless. So now, Falcons have to break through this economy.
kyxsan's got to try and call them out of this. Banana fights haven't really worked out. Torshi's AWP roams over towards that A-bomb site, so you haven't liked it. A lot of util put into top Banana, but not much of a commit behind it. They're blocked at the half wall as well. And so in this downtime, you're aware that MOUZ could have moved back in. Got to take your time clearing this.
Look who's here.
Good read for MOUZ.
Oh,
Might
no
not matter.
way.
Nico! What? Not supposed to get away with that!
Unreal.
kyxsan back in the feed as well. 3-man stack, no problem for a full blind Nico.
He was trying to pre-fire the close player. He kills the AWP and keeps spraying the second. And they just run into his storm of bullets. There is no getting out of here, MOUZ. We said Falcons need to break this economy. Well, there is the first step in that direction. Back-breaking kills for Nico. And the second round 1 of this half still a chance. Dude. It's not even seemingly aiming at the right place, and Xerxon goes wide into it. Unfortunate. Especially for Xerxon, 18 and 11. B-rush.
Fast up Banana. Torshi. That's more like it. And this time they stop kyxsan as well. Nico, though, he's been the big problem.
Oh.
And they'll have no issue getting past him the second time around. This is a quick mowdown of that B hit. kyxsan calls for a pace change. And MOUZ love it. 1v5 attempt from the Falcons captain. Ooh, not the best smoke you've ever seen, but it won't matter. Exertion's double. Torshi nailing that first shot on the AWP.
It's a 2v2 right now, Harry. It's Torshi and Exertion versus kyxsan and Nico, and right now the MOUZ players getting more output late in the game. Trying to give us that surprise third map, that Mirage that MOUZ allowed, banning Nuke in the last round, trying to change up this series. In what is a time to practice against the Falcons, a match they've struggled with this season. Maybe there's more in store here as these teams trade rounds out, and Falcons' money is now in limbo. MOUZ have the opportunity to steal this map away right now.
I mean, just kind of running in the background, but the A-holds have been convincing. The lurk has found very little impact for the Falcons, so often getting shut down. And so that's allowed extra resources to be afforded over here at B.
Flash through the smoke.
XerXion hears this.
Ooh.
That could have been a catch. They come barreling through. Line up for XerXion. kyxsan and MOUZ both having a quiet affair here. 2-on-4. They get the site control. They'll have a bomb plant, but this will not be easy. Rotates fairly slow from MOUZ. Seen them lose out on a 4v2 already back on Ancient. Similar situation to this, where the rotate in just took too long. They didn't leave themselves with enough time in the retake.
Choosing to smoke coffins and fight CT together, but MOUZ will just flood all through this position. Torshi's keeping the pressure on, breaking the smoke. kyxsan, free kill. MOUZ tucks in, time ticks down. MOUZ have to hurry up. They're gonna lose this to the clock right now. 2v4, kyxsan keeps spraying, and MOUZ get on that bomb with, wait, no kit. Torshi had the kit, he ran away! He ran away! He could have defused. The com comes in too late. Spinx had no chance. Torshi could have gone on it. MOUZ fumbled the bag.
And that is a proper fumbling.
Oh dear.
That is a good, honest, hard day's fumbling, just the way Nico used to make it. He kind of can't believe that for once it's happening to the other team.
Oh, this 23-year-old Hungarian still makes choke the old-fashioned way.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that's how they've just given a lifeline to the Falcons. Again, like another one of these 4v2 retakes, they take too long.
Yeah. Oh.
Spinx hops on the bomb. It's a weird situation. Miscom maybe. Brolin's not happy. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
And surely that crushes you. MOUZ, you got to dig deep here. You got to try and bounce back. They're a long way away from being out of this map, but that just leaves a mark, a scar. They're going to have money for the coming rounds, so it's not like it's all over on the back of that. But it certainly doesn't build up confidence. Still, this A site has been good. Stop Tess says out towards the apartments, and Falcons just go back to what's been working.
Torshi's here with the AWP, okay? If there's one thing he's done, he's hit with this AWP in the CT side. So Falcons might just walk in. Nice shot, blinded. Falcons commit off the flash, and XerXion has one more before all is said and done. Despite this lifeline given from the Falcons, they still fumble, they still fall in this round, and their money gets broken. So MOUZ can forgive themselves. MOUZ can move on and forget about it. 11-11, and Falcons have no economy. Perhaps that's the reminder coming in off that tag time. I'll go, hey, we lost a very awkward 4v2, but we win right now, and no one's gonna remember. MOUZ now favored to win the map. Forget about it.
Falcons are playing for overtime. Nothing in this, it's just Glocks.
And it's the right call to eco this. You don't want to be doing back-to-back forces, especially when every attempt at a pacey round for Falcons has just been perfectly countered. And Torshi has been in the right place in the last 3 or 4 rounds to stop Falcons' opening move. He is 5-1 in opening duels.
Torshi sensing that they maybe want to try and come for the AWP. Want to try and get the Glocks up to him. Spinx is here to support. Now, I don't know if that's the duo after what we just saw, but I'd like to think this is where Spinx makes amends for it. This shot from Torshi, Spinx will follow up. 4 kills in a second. And map point secured for MOUZ. The promise of a third map hinges on this round.
Unreal. MOUZ have managed to still hold the lead after an 8-4 deficit in this game. Spinx has not upgraded his armor, Harry. 18 armor. Let's see if that comes to matter.
Well, over here towards B certainly could.
Especially with the nades.
For full damage, yeah.
Torshi attempts a pick down mid, fires off the orb.
You've been seeing Nico get frustrated on the cam. Saw him mutter, "Come on, man," to himself a minute ago. Can he channel that frustration, or is there going to be more of it? Exchange on the smoke. Nico comes out ahead. 5v4 for the Falcons as they look for OT.
Spinx just gets mollied. You might have to reposition here. Going back to the bomb site. Brolin forces with a flash. And these reflashes into B, be it Exertion, be it Spinx, have found impact. Blind, kyxsan dead. Rotate coming from Jim Pat, leaving Torshi alone with this AWP.
Well, they got a lot of faith in him.
They're coming in.
He's about to find himself in a 1v4. Teammates on the other side of the map. Torshi, you got to hit every single shot, man. First player in, first player dead. It's MOUZ picked up first from that Torshi orb. Clear on B comes in for MOUZ, and now they're hot on the heels of the Falcons. Fast flank down through Banana. Nico just looks away.
Oh,
and that is an enraging death.
Wait, 2v4?
kyxsan, be the difference maker.
Got a plant.
The other 3 all through Banana. kyxsan plugs in the numbers. An unlikely bid for overtime, but you'd like to think if anyone can do it, it's Falcons' prodigy player. He's got support from Tesses down here in the pit. Molly forces him wide, and so no, he doesn't. kyxsan's going to fly solo, and they swing him together. MOUZ bring it home on Inferno. A lengthy game takes a lot out of them. But they will long out this series on to the new map, the new third, the gamble of Mirage.
Decider of Mirage about to ensue.
There's Torshi and Exertion lighting things up back on the previous map. Nico and kyxsan. These were the 4 names we look to. Who arrives in top form on map 3?
And bittersweet memories for Falcons. This is the map that got them dropped from that semi-final against Furia. A 4v2 to finish it off. Have they learned from their mistakes? MOUZ ready to block this B site, but you can't stop the rush. Jimmy holds that smoke a little bit too long. He'll live to regret it. He'll die, in fact. Torshi, so much going on, but still MOUZ hold to a 2v2. Not for long. MOUZ and Nico holding hands in this close. Exertion slipping out, sneaks through the smoke.
Oh, back turned. Nico gonna sniff him out, and there's MOUZ to put a bow on it. Pistol round secured for the Falcons. As they go into a B stack, they come out victorious.
Yeah, I feel like Jimmy just has to drop that smoke, right? Second he sees contact, got to put it down. It provides him no cover. Holds it for way too long. Spinx is double in vain on that B-bomb site. Force up for MOUZ. Scout FAMAS. Jimmy with a B push. Clears this site out. It's a 4 stack right now, so MOUZ better get going. Rotate round. They want to stop this split. Full CT setup is nice here for MOUZ. Put the rifles together. But Spinx goes through window. A risky move. Only to rotate still.
That moment of indecisiveness, gonna leave him away from the action. Round's already almost concluded. Spinx still gets to play in with a double. He's brought down low.
Done.
They have this flank on Jimmy. Maybe you see if he can get anything, but yeah, it feels very, very far gone here. And so this decision of force won't lead to anything for the MOUZ squad. Just Spinx holding on to the FAMAS. Jimmy looking for exits out in Palace.
Yeah, I would like Spinx to join his team a little bit faster there, just to get a nade in under. Could have been able to trade quicker, maybe give MOUZ a chance, but they get a little bit caught off guard. That spill up con. Spinx head gone, and Falcons in control of this map. This is not a Inferno situation. Falcons very comfortable on Mirage. Other than that loss to Furia, it's been a pretty good go at things on this side of the season. Not been too much play. A success when they have. So both teams needing the prac going into the major. They execute here for the Falcons. Only pistols in play. An attempt to the execute.
Yeah, everything's gone a little bit wild. There's the claw back for Kyosuke. Oh, spam connects. And so no weirdness, in spite of the misspokes, in spite of the opening kill for MOUZ. It ends there. Now they're going to bring the guns out. Torshi gets his AWP from the get-go.
And want to see more out of Torshi here because we got a great sign of it late into this series. Some multi-kills on CT side, bailing MOUZ out. Without him waking up, they wouldn't have won that map. So Torshi on CT's Mirage, no better place to be. Window top mid smoke, so Falcons able to get out of with the mid control. Nice nade. Jimmy spots Modesty scaling, but it's Torshi who hits his shot. Util good so far for MOUZ. And AWP from B to Con.
Aggression through out of exertion. Secures the trade there and stems this mid-aggression somewhat. kyxsan out like a light. Finds a 3-on-3, jumping up into the window. But now it's time to regroup for the Falcons. Dropped over there in top mid. Nico going back to get it. They're hoping that Tesses has uncovered a little gap in the defense here.
A little bit too late to stop them taking the site, but just in time to find this bomb on the cross. Cortez's clear market. He looks like he wants to, but Torshi got the info. Now the bomb can jump through. Handed over by Nico. Torshi in a lot of trouble. Jimmy can't stop that plant. And so opportunity gone for MOUZ. They've got to retake instead.
Nades are good. kyxsan brought down low. A nice flash to slow the roll. And time has always been a problem for MOUZ in these retakes. There's the kill that tips the scales. Torshi provides it. Roland closing in. kyxsan.
What a shot.
Puts it all on Nico. They've got faith in him. Covers there, but Nico finds a way through and finds a way to keep this flawless for the Falcons. 1v2 secured to get them there.
Big clutch from Nico. Jimmy shaking. off the bomb, not trusting the cover, and neither player able to hold that down. Big kill for kyxsan onto Brolin there. Felt like it set Nico up perfectly. Low health, had no right to win that fight after the nades, and Molly repositioned him. The Falcons do it 4-0 up, despite Torshi's best efforts on the AWP. Even got a wallbang on the bench on the retake. None of this saves MOUZ. Falcons in control right now.
And man, in a lot of these retakes for MOUZ in this series, feels like sometimes they just take way too long to get going, and then that forces you into chaotic situations, you know, later in the retake, which is when mistakes matter more. Not that there was any type of glaring one there, but even the fact that you end up in that spot forced to commit to a stick because you just don't have the time to try and fight Nico. Nice bit of aggression to open up in this round at least, and another 5v4. Last time this wasn't enough.
This time Jimmy learns from his mistake in the pistol. Drops the util on first spot. Make a boost up window. Torshi's timing is perfection. AWP or M4, he delivers these openers. 5-on-2. Tess is making a move, but Jimmy so advantaged in this position. And m0NESY looks like he's got the info, but nothing he can do with it. Nice kill for Torshi. Free AWP as well. Grab it. Get it while it's hot. They will. MOUZ on the board, and they don't wait too long this time. Been starting these games from quite a deficit. We know MOUZ are always good for a comeback, right, in that Vitality group stage game numerous times over. Pulling that match back. A team that almost never gives up. You don't like starting it so far down, it feels like it's already over. So MOUZ fight tooth and nail for this first half. Falcons A-split.
They'll actually give up on the split part of that. Just looking at a set piece. Now the util going to cut out the comm players. So Brolin only worry as you first move in. He's opened up and now just gets out of there, playing the 5v4, knows that if they're going to pressure anywhere, it's his part of the map, and so he waits for his teammates to arrive. Plant might be found for the Falcons, but lagging behind him, manpower here. Trying to pressure out towards the spawn. Nico again, the blind shot in the second. And it's him and kyxsan. I mean, these were the two names that were lighting up Inferno. Torshi closing in, bested. And Spinx, no kit, running out of time, tap on the bomb. kyxsan takes the bait and lifts his head off.
Wow. What a shot.
I mean, look, if this is what the game's going to be, if it's Nico and kyxsan hitting hard.
I'm here, I'm watching. kyxsan, no right to make that kill look as clean as it does. He thinks Spinx is on the bomb, he's running. And I've got to say, what an awful flash from Jimpat. He throws it into CT spawn. He doesn't throw it high enough that it helps his team when they swing out. That would have been a round for MOUZ if they could blind those first players. Or at least a round teed up. m0NESY flick. m0NESY tries to follow up, but he eats the bullet instead. Torshi barely hanging on here. m0NESY just shot his teammate. Him and Nico. It's okay.
Oh.
a bit
a
annoying.
roller coaster of a round.
And then Nico is in because he got legged by MOUZ. Oh, kyxsan missed it. He missed it.
All right.
Thanks, crowd.
Don't worry, though. MOUZ will kill everyone. Teammates, enemies, doesn't matter. So just don't mess this up.
Oh, no. Why
That's
are you
all I'll
scared?
say.
Why are you scared?
MOUZ,
Oh.
he never would. Fantastic round, lightning fast.
About time, man. He had an absolute stinker on Inferno. He went 8 kills in that map, 20 deaths.
He's about to outdo it here in the first 8 rounds of play.
Yeah, he did really nothing on Inferno. So great to see MOUZ reset and hit some bangers for a 6-1 lead for Falcons. This new third map for MOUZ, right now meeting their maker. Nico forgives him. They'll be writing fanfics about that round.
And we'll be there reading them. 6-1. Spinx and Exertion donning rifles in a force buy, or partial rather. So leaving enough investment to try and make it interesting, but you know, this was the gamble, wanting to try and switch things up, and you're dead on right now. This is a far cry from what MOUZ were hoping for. MOUZ's orb posted like this just cuts the A site in half, and it leaves MOUZ feeling very restricted. They're gonna have to try and find solutions, battling forward, gaining some ground out towards Palace, ground that Falcons look to take away. MOUZ
Nice try.
still fast on the AWP, and Jimmy very far removed from this round. 1v2 rolled out in front of him. Guns to be retrieved here. Save might prove really tempting with the decision to put money into this round, especially because he's not going to be given anything. They have post plant out towards CT. Honestly, might take the peak. Oh. But that's just ego play.
Yoink.
All right, bit more damage on the way out.
Why not? Last thing you expect.
It's very, very loose from the Falcons, but man, they're looking all the better for it right now. 7-1 up. Some solid trade work here to keep things in check.
Playing with the pressure off of their back here. Even in a third map after bungling Inferno. Losing out by the skin of their teeth. Falcons just able to storm away with this early lead. MOUZ's not missing a beat. Torshi dead instantly. That's the orb gone.
Yeah, not how you envisioned getting a head-to-head versus MOUZ, throwing up on that boost.
He didn't even want the smoke.
Just trying to cross middle. kyxsan also in great form, keeping it up from Inferno. And now, you know, the 3 stars of the Falcons all aligning. Come map 3, it's worst case scenario for this MOUZ squad. MOUZ already won, you just got to put a bow on it.
Just none of these rounds close, none of them competitive. MOUZ not able to find any of the important kills, even though another 5 alive. Or rather, the first 5 alive. But it hasn't felt like MOUZ are truly in these rounds.
No,
a couple of, one surviving, but they weren't necessarily close.
It's one of these games where, like, yeah, the rounds might look close just in terms of numbers, but they haven't felt that way at all.
No.
And maybe that comes from the fact that you haven't been able to pull off one of these clutches yet. But man, it's felt kind of super flat from MOUZ.
Yeah.
And the few moves they've tried to make, even when they've worked, it's fallen apart in the late stages of the round. And you know, this is kind of the thing, when Falcons do have their signature trio all in great form, that's when they're, you know, a world-beating team. That's when they are scary.
And kyxsan just looks insane. Like the POVs of his kills, really, really quick.
You just feel like there's never a safe spot. You haven't been in a place yet, whether you've had the 5v4 or not, whether you've taken that opening kill, it hasn't done anything to shape things up any better.
Constantly messy buys, right? We're seeing rifles on eco rounds.
Well, now it's getting so desperate and late in the game. And so you're just hoping that on one of these low econ rounds, someone can have a big moment. Maybe Falcons make a mistake. Anything for you to capitalize on. But if that doesn't happen, your memory of this first half, it feels like it goes by so quickly and you feel like you never really had a proper opportunity to do it.
All right, slower approach here for Falcons, knowing that there's a little bit invested here. Heard some MP9s. No hurry, up connector. kyxsan spots the boost and just removes it like it's nothing. Spinx will get that gun.
Yeah, I mean, he does it like it's easy, but it wasn't. Great clear. Even better shot.
Test his nose, he should, but Jimmy's stuck in this corner.
kyxsan on a lurk.
Oh, this is, if he doesn't move, they'll come to him. Oh, okay, easy. Now the back line opened up. 20 seconds though, they're going into the rifle.
MOUZ also just started leaving. This is weird. Spinx is going to get back in time, but it's a 1v3. 10 seconds to find him, 10 seconds to deal with him. Might not need the bomb plant. Try to commit to it.
Fake.
Spinx nails another, and there's the trade for Tessez. You were getting nervous. Spinx trying to do the impossible. Walking a dangerous line there with time so low. But Falcons pick it up. Again, another one of these clutches that's close, but it's still a Falcons round when all is said and done. And sure, it was weird. It was maybe the most nerve-wracking round yet. It won't matter if this ends up being an 11-1 half.
Yeah, you've been very close. But if you can't find that breaking point, if you can't stop the money in the Falcons, you're never going to build in. And now there's only 2 rounds left of the half. Falcons are doing whatever they want, playing their spawns. Nico walks out ramp, he dies, and m0NESY eats some tag early, so low HP. kyxsan trying to save them. 4 on 4. Torch is able to bound out at least. Want to see that all put to use. It's the one bright spark right now. Crawling into B is Tessez and kyxsan.
Oh no, this is going to be a MOUZ round, through and through. They've already won it, they just don't know it yet.
Bombs coming in as well. Brolin might catch them in limbo.
That's the big problem.
Ooh.
Going back to get this bomb leaves them open at the Brolin flank, and for m0NESY here, he's alone in mid. 1v4. And no bomb to play with. Backline's corrupted, so even as he falls back, he's worried about everything.
Just looking super loose right now, super messy, and even the Falcons are benefiting from it. MOUZ are gonna sinking. Honestly, he's got the money.
It's a step in the right direction, but like, this half is already away from you. And Falcons, sure, it's a bit of a rough round. Leaving the bomb, having that come back to haunt you. But I don't think it leaves a mark at this time. You know, this is your kind of first flubbed round, really. And sure, MOUZ able to capitalize, but even if they get out with 3, does that fill you with worry? Does that make you nervous? With kyxsan looking lights out, m0NESY going for every flick, every entry, every opener. And Nico just putting in a solid performance. I don't think it does. Got to start somewhere for MOUZ, I guess. That's what you're telling yourself here. It's finally around where some of this proactivity and aggression actually netted them something. But now, if you're Falcons, you go, yeah, we got a bit strung out there. Let's try and be more direct, more grouped. kyxsan's immediately picked up the bomb so that isn't an issue in this one. And this is where you just kind of strip it all back and you keep it really simple. Look for a B entry. Tessez leading the charge. They'll change their mind when that initial foray out through the apartments doesn't pan out.
Still a nice attempt at an opener. Get a lot of util out of MOUZ, scare them a little bit. They're going to be jittery right now on their toes. But it was never the intention to end there. Bomb comes back down. Players from under. Mid control taken here by the Falcons, moving up connector, and there's no info right now for MOUZ. They have no idea. Even though Orb just lets him walk on up, Spinx is going to get shot in the back. He has no clue. Double ramp setup is something, but what Broland edges in, that Molly pushes him out. He doesn't realize they're scaling from bad to worse. MOUZ relying on Torshi to save them. 2 kills. He found Monacy in middle as well, and there's the Joker down on ramp. Exertion gets one more. Tessez turns back, finishes off Torshi, picks up that AWP as well. But they need to flush Exertion out, and Tessez is good for it. Falcons, a moment of worry, but they relieve the tension. They save this final round.
Yeah, how so many of these rounds have felt where maybe there's a hope for MOUZ. It's getting a bit weird, getting a bit wild. And then in the end, the individuals get you through it. Jimmy, 1v2, looking for a measly 3-round half in this third and final map that changed the difference. Mirage, a new test in this head-to-head. Can Jimmy give them something to work with?
Wow.
Tessez,
what a call.
Steals himself away and bluff call. Jimmy can't win this. Double digits out of the Falcons as they run away with the gamble of Mirage.
MOUZ roll the dice today. They let Mirage go for the third map of this series instead of the standard nuke, and they'll live to regret it. Numbers not in their favor. 10-2 half for the Falcons. Domination, deathmatch really on that T side. MOUZ couldn't catch a break. Is this how it ends? With a whimper and with a 4th place for MOUZ.
The one thing they've had a pretty good track record on is these pistol rounds.
True.
But that's not the start you wanted. MOUZ Berettas up close in position and do big damage. MOUZ teed up with his teammates' flashes, springs to life. And you know what, a recovery from him. That Inferno was horrible. He had a 0 ADR T-side for crying out loud. He didn't do a bit of damage. Well, he saved it all up. He banked it all up and unleashes it here in a fury, in a flurry on map 3. And it's as good as done now. You feel like it's a predetermined outcome. It's on rails here. MOUZ left themselves with no room for error. Losing that pistol leaves them with forces to the end of the game.
Oh dear. Okay, Tessa's big whiff. MOUZ, can he throw himself in? He could deny that plant, they actually cancel it. Thinking that Falcons are running through, they're not. Man down, Falcons play slow. Very late is Nico. Open position, Exertion has no trade. Hung out to dry by Jimmy at the back of the site. And that smoke makes a bit of room for the Falcons to move in. Nico is being loud, stomping up short. Torshi swings in. MOUZ 1v3, and forget the forces, because MOUZ have come out with the round.
An unlikely one to pick up. It starts 5v4 for the Falcons.
I don't know how Tessus didn't kill Exertion.
And he just kind of flubs his lines. I still don't think you're anywhere near worry yet. But it's not nice, you know, we were just saying, it's a predetermined outcome. You've done all the hard work. You really have. And then you let them in on this round, and that's after you find the advantage to open things up.
Surprising to see, yeah, but like you said, not the end of the world. MOUZ got to be flawless at this point, and MOUZ wants anything but. Nice kill for Exertion. Getting to play at the front of the pack here, but got no room for error. Regroup, leaving Spinx in middle. MOUZ has just been undeniable. 16-6. He gambles B though. So this round leaves Falcons in the wrong place. kyxsan can buy a few seconds with a smoke. Maybe that can allow Falcons to get back to this site in time.
I mean, you hope when they see him, they run him down.
Hard
you
now.
know what he's trying to do. You know what he's trying to do with this smoke. They blow it open, gets out with one. He does all he can, buying you a couple of seconds and ensuring a 3-on-3. Falcons not out of this yet. They're showing some interest in this one. Two players grouped up towards CT.
Hello.
And MOUZ trying to break this open. Nade falls just a little shy of the mark. Swing on the back of the bomb plant. Tess says, oh, that's nice. That'll get the blood flowing. And suddenly it's just Exertion. 1v2. Knows where they both are. Knows about this scout down in middle. He's anticipating the swing out from the spawn, but hasn't been able to get a beat on them yet. Sonic rubbing his hands together. He knows that they can win it right here, right now, and Tesses provides. Beautiful sequence on the dig, and daylight robbery as Falcons claw it straight back and all the way on a match point.
Deeks from Tesses are dirt. Two wonderful headshots. And no kit in that clutch, but he swings off his teammate and trades perfectly. Nice impactful round for Tesses down the stretch after MOUZ does so much in that T side. Falcons find match point for third place. And MOUZ back to those dreaded 4 spies, 2 AKs. It's a shocking round for Falcons to win when you look at what they brought into it, but with this kind of deficit, it's to be expected. Nice entries. Are you ready for one more? No. Tess at B needs multi.
I mean, okay, he messed up last time, but he's got hot hands now off the back of that clutch, and well,
nice
never
curse.
mind.
Yeah, good one.
Spoke too soon.
Jinxed. And we go again. You should actually save. Yeah, Tess's is hating this B site. He is not having fun in this position.
Loves to retake A, hates to play B.
What do you do? Saw yesterday what a problem it was against Furia.
Nice to see Exertion just let off the leash a little in that round there as well, you know. All the freedom he wanted. Gets to go play nuisance on a mid push. And he does a great job at it. His 2 kills immediately put the pressure, put the squeeze on Falcons, forced them to make concessions. So it's a nice, easy close there after the Exertion double.
Great to see the arena packed out here in Chengdu as well on a Sunday. Been a fantastic week. We've had crowd every day of this event, group stages into the playoffs. It is packed fully for Championship Sunday. And we know you're waiting for that BO5 up next in about an hour's time. BO5 between Vitality and Furia on ZywOo's birthday on the 25th anniversary of Counter-Strike.
Big 25.
This is the appetizer for what will be a delicious and hopefully 5-course meal. This is the bread basket.
See if Falcons can close it with style, bit of pizzazz. They were able to win this force last time. Eagles make another appearance. Still have a couple of rifles in play. Some gimmicks employed to try and net them an opening. Now let's go about the mid control.
Ooh, that's cheeky.
Like this.
Pulling that out now, are you?
Yeah, curious time for it, but hey, they wanted more.
Players still crossed passes. Gap in the smoke. Monacy.
All right.
Rifle in the right place.
Oh, a bit too much mustard on that second swing. Goes a little wide.
No.
Still, job's not done for MOUZ. They might have dealt with the rifle. It was the Deeg that was their undoing last time.
Here we go.
Good clear. Brings them in. Tess says not armed with his Deagle. Instead, it's 5-7 from afar. Oh, really wants it. Fresh mag put in, but just to die. And so MOUZ able to recover. They'll find a 5th. Still a long way to go. A very, very long road, and it's fraught with peril. They'll burn their final timeout. Cyclone gotta give some insane words of wisdom here.
Yeah.
To try and tide them over through the coming streak they would have to embark upon.
Need to be 9 rounds in a row without a single blemish on the record. Their third should be simple enough here. Full eco for the Falcons. Just a Deagle from kyxsan. past that point, it's going to be fraught with peril.
Full A stack. In what should be a safe bet round for MOUZ. Just don't go to the wrong bomb site. You know which.
Simple. 50-50.
Yasuke, only threat really on this Deagle. But they are coming towards A. They are going into the stack right now.
Should still be fine.
Never mind, the crisis could be averted. You never even run the risk. Torshi, cool head on his shoulders, takes that bomb away and out towards B. And so round secure. Halfway there in a way. But it's the rifle round up next that you're worried about. And then all the rifle rounds after that. This is a hell of a mountain to try and climb.
Be a great display of what we know MOUZ to be, which is a comeback team, a team that never goes down easily, always has more fight in them, always maintains a good mental, but it hasn't felt like the MOUZ we know and love today. Yes, they win Inferno, but it takes everything. Even with some really awkward rounds in there.
I mean, it also takes Modesty having what must be his worst half of Counter-Strike ever. 0 ADR, you couldn't do less.
He went 0-10. Tessus went 1-10 on the T side of Inferno.
All right, boost up for Torshi. In control. That's what MOUZ are looking for. But in the past, where you've only been up against these forces, these cobbled together buys, you've been able to have an air of confidence about you. Now it's a very different story. And you know that one misstep, one overextension, and that's it. Your time on the stage in Chengdu's over.
Yeah, and your next event is in a few weeks. It's the major. It's deep into it as well. Be a bit of a break for MOUZ. So can they keep on fighting, keep on longing out this game? Up connector, kyxsan spotted. Oh, he's misread it. He thought he went back on the stairs, but Roland hits a flick in time. Nice lineup. Nico, they just get fed to him. 4v2.
Bomb dropped out on Cat. There shouldn't be a world where you recover this. Nico. 3 kills deep. And this one, it's all over. Red Rover, Jimmy tagged up, finished off. Falcons walk it home. Dominant on the third and final map of Mirage. It was no contest. That gamble from MOUZ to bring it out here and now. Test the waters does not pan out.
Yeah, back to Nuke and back to another try in the future for MOUZ. Another swing that doesn't connect over the Falcons. 3 series. All won out by Falcons.